My name is Ashwin Ramaswami, and I'm glad to address you today as your Salutatorian. First, I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you, everyone, for listening to my speech, even though I haven't come to classes in over a year. Thank you, students, for helping make Chattahoochee the great school it is through your accomplishments. Thank you, friends, and thank you, my twin brother Arvin, for putting up with me for the past 17 years. Thank you, teachers, for instilling the love of learning and the virtue of hard work in us, at least until senior year. Thank you, parents, for guiding our education throughout our lives and wishing nothing but the best success. The best success. I first stopped here when writing this speech, and then I thought to myself, what is success, really? Well, that was a perfectly good topic for the rest of my speech. So, have you ever thought to yourself, why are we going to school? Why do we want to get a degree in college? Why do we want to become engineers, doctors, artists, entrepreneurs, teachers, or professionals in the future? Why do we want to be successful? What is success? Let me start with an ancient story. A quick history review here. I'm sure you've all heard of Alexander the Great. Yes, I'm talking about Alexander the Great, the Greek man who conquered the world. Once upon a time, he was on one of his expeditions, and he went to see the famous philosopher Diogenes. Diogenes was just sitting outside, and all he did was lie in the sun all day. And the great King Alexander came along with his retinue in order to pay his greetings. Diogenes raised himself up a little when he saw so many people coming towards him and fixed his eyes upon Alexander. And Alexander greeted him. "Wish for anything you want," the great king told him, "and it will be granted." Now just think about this. Alexander the Great was a conqueror of the world. This opportunity would be as if suddenly, when I get my diploma, if I opened it and a genie came in and gave me 3 wishes. It's basically whatever you want. So, what do you think Diogenes asked for? Maybe all the riches in the world? Maybe admission to college? Perfect SAT scores? Well, this is what he said. "Yes," said Diogenes. "Please move over, man. You're blocking my sunlight." Ooh. Well, you can imagine Alexander's reaction. His courtiers were laughing all over themselves all the way back. But what's the moral of this story? Of course, it doesn't mean we should just go sit in the sun all day. But what it really means is, it really defines what success is. Success really isn't dependent on external circumstances. Think about it. Look at Diogenes. Although he was a great philosopher, he lived humbly and he lived at his means. He didn't worry that he didn't look very wealthy or famous. He was poor, he was old, he even lived in a bathtub. He didn't even get into college either. Yet he put his talents to use. He used his condition to educate others about his philosophy and his way of life. In fact, Alexander the Great is supposed to have said afterwards, "But truly, if I were not Alexander, I would be Diogenes." He such admired this philosopher's mindset. So, my message to you is, if you want success, what you really need to do is just try your best at whatever you do. If you want success, don't keep worrying or comparing yourself to others. If you want success, focus on what you're good at, on what you love, and excel in it. And keep in mind, I'm not saying you should be lazy or content with failure. Work hard for success, but don't be disheartened if you don't get exactly what you were expecting. Why would you ever measure your own success based on comparisons to others? It's your life, after all. I'd like to close with a quote that I found very insightful. What lies behind you and what lies in front of you pales in comparison to what lies inside of you. Class of 2017, each and every one of you has amazing potential, and I know we can do great things to help the world. Go Hooch!